things I do for kids. Hey!
Hey!
Hey! We're twins, except not,
I brought my friends. Too.
Yes, look at that's awesome. Wait, where did Robin go? Oh,
Robin
hey
left.
guys.
We just asked him to stay.
No, he didn't leave. They keep pulling him out. The team. You got to tell the team to put him back in.
All right, Robin will be back in a
Chris.
moment.
Yeah, we needed.
You look amazing.
Thank you. I've been
look
working my
amazing.
literal butt off.
I can see that, my man. Look at
Thank you.
go.
I'm down 80 pounds. Can you believe that?
Holy smokes. Good for you.
Yeah,
Good for
COVID
you.
finally did good for me.
I felt
No.
so shunned.
Hey, Rob.
Okay, come here.
Hey,
I want
AJ.
everyone to see. Come here. No, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. This is my wonderful wife. Marisa, come here. Okay, everyone, I'm pointing the camera. Come here. She's eating the pineapple pizza, people.
That's right. She's the one we like,
I
Chris.
her even more now.
Some say hi to AJ.
I am not camera ready.
I am not camera ready.
Go.
So Chris, what ingredient are you most grossed out about?
Pineapple does not belong on pizza.
That was going to be my guess. I know you're
Yeah.
highly offended by pineapple on a pizza.
I am, and
Italian.
then the worst part is that they have it delivered from Domino's. So like, Domino's is not even pizza. Like Domino's is like cardboard with sauce on
They were
it.
about to donate a huge amount, Chris, until right there.
Hey,
Remember, as board members, we say we don't turn anyone away.
Listen, not all money is good money. Okay, so
even if there's pineapple on it.
if there's no pineapple, yes. Anyhow, AJ, first of all, congratulations on your son taking silver in the Youth Olympics.
Oh my
wow.
gosh, I aged about 10 years in 5 days we were there. So, oh my gosh, youth sports. Woo.
I saw your picture on Instagram. First of all, did you take that with a phone or with a camera?
That's yeah.
Because he was like mid-air and you got the most unbelievable action shot with his leg pointed.
My friend caught that photo for me.
That was a crazy shot. I mean, that was a crazy awesome shot. That was like a Sports Illustrated shot. That was great.
Super proud of him and his team. So
you should be. That's
they're
awesome.
just getting better and better every time too.
Silver. That's awesome. Congrats on that.
Next time gold, baby.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So, John, do you want to jump into? I don't know how you want to go.
Let's jump into it right now because I know we've got people in the VIP room waiting to get to pick Robin's brain a bit. So I want to get him to them as soon as we can. But we wanted to have you both on here for a few minutes because if I understand right, you guys are doing something pretty special towards this fall, trying to raise some funds for the ILF. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, go ahead. You go first, AJ.
Oh, you go. I'll just agree with everything you say. So
Okay, you heard it, Robin. She'll agree with everything.
She's the cool one though, that everyone likes.
Within reason.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start off, and then these two can jump in because they're both too dang humble. So AJ came up with this phenomenal idea to do a celebrity auction. So it's kind of like an auction based on Criminal Minds artifacts from herself and some of the other wonderful stars that have been on that show. And she's working on some really other amazing things, which I'm not sure if we can announce them all, but we have some really cool things that she came up with. So we were talking about it as the board, and Robin says, hey, in addition to, AJ throwing that in, would you mind having some stuff from actual FBI investigations? And we're like, is that even a question?
Yeah.
So Robin and AJ put their collective heads together, and now please talk about the celebrity auction coming up in November.
Well, I'll do mine first because AJ is much cooler than my stuff, I think.
I don't think so.
So
I'll be bidding on your stuff.
So what's really cool about Criminal Minds, I get asked about Criminal Minds a lot. It's like, hey, how close to reality is that, to real life? And I go, well, they take my 15-year and 20-year investigation and make it look really cool in an hour. And they took my entire career. But really good, really.
And no private jet. No
Yeah,
problem.
no, I had a lot of airline travel points. Yeah, the Gulfstream is only used by our director and HRT now and then, the hostage rescue team. But the really cool thing is, so I worked in the world of counterintelligence, which is behavioral analysis program, which is not exactly AJ's BAUs that she's in, but we do a lot of coalition. We're part of the same team. And actually, there was an episode years ago that they actually did have the BAP team on there. And so as part of that, there's a limited number of our challenge coins that we had made a number of years ago. And actually, this is one of only 2 I still have left. And this is the behavioral analysis program coin.
I love that.
There's a heraldry with it. So we're about the science of the brain. The fleur-de-lis on each side come from the history of the French, because there's a Frenchman that actually invented and came up with the idea of the FBI. And then the gold is about the excellence we bring to our clients. The red is the passion we have for what we do. The brown is because we're of the earth and we do everything here. And the back is the FBI seal. And so this will be one of the ones auctioned. Literally, I only have 2. The other one's back on my counter back there. I had about 50 of these made up. And we gave the only people that ever got these were our clients, which are case agents.
There's only 50 in the world.
Wow.
I believe so, unless they redrafted them, but I've never seen another one. So that's
and you're auctioning off one of them.
One of my 2, yeah.
That is legit.
That is seriously legit.
Yeah.
So the other thing I have, I did a lot of, when I was in New York, I did a lot of undercover work. And one of the first undercover things I did, I kind of crashed a Christmas party at the Chinese mission to the United Nations. And I befriended a senior colonel in the Chinese military intelligence. And he gave me next year, he gave me a Christmas gift. And I'm going to I'm going to auction this off too. It comes in a beautiful box that says National Defense University, the PLA of China, which is the bad guys. And here's the Christmas ornament that comes with it. From a real Chinese intelligence officer on my my recruitment operations. And the final
comes complete with embedded GPS tracker and webcam.
I was given it was funny. I was given a gift by another intelligence officer that actually was this big wooden thing from a former republic. I can't even say the republic because it's revealed too much. But I remember before I could even bring in the office, we had to have it X-rayed. There's nothing in it.
Right? Yeah, you'd want to make sure there's nothing.
Just a tad bit.
And the final thing, and y'all gave the permission to say this. I'm going to keep it really PG rated on this though. But this is a dollar amount of $20 from an establishment that a GRU officer. Matter of fact, the same guy that we're doing this case on, my spy recruiting boot camp. After we came back from the ski trip, he actually still wanted to get together and he wanted to go to a gentleman's club with me. So when I was treating, and so I had never been to one of these places. And so I didn't understand the cost involved. And so they said, don't worry, sir, you can buy scores bucks. And so this is one of the $20 denominations of a scores buck from this recruitment operation that it's literally, I kept it. And
I can't believe we're auctioning this off.
I could.
It was for the job. It was.
Well, the funniest thing was the voucher I filled out. There's $1,000 voucher in those things. So there you go, for love of God and country.
Those are, I don't know. I think yours are way cooler than mine. Just saying.
So we're gonna have real FBI items, and then we're gonna have TV Criminal Minds FBI items.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do this auction in November, and it's just going to be pretty dang awesome.
Yeah. We've got some cool surprises coming up too. And I'm, something else that I'm pretty excited about because I'm Canadian, so I'm like a hockey nerd. We have these amazing, I don't know if you've seen them around, but these jerseys, these hockey jerseys. This team was made, for ILF, and so cool. But I'm going to get some of these jerseys signed by some pretty amazing hockey players. So we're going to be auctioning that off as well.
That is awesome.
Yeah. There's going to be a ton of Criminal Minds stuff and, some, Zoom hangouts with some of the stars as well. So.
No, that just blew up that blew up the chat. I can see it. Yeah, I can see that. Everyone's happy with that. That's okay. So let's talk now. You're wearing something pretty unique too, because some people who win some of these bags are going to see that hat. So Walter Sky, tell us about this company. For those
if
who
I
don't
may,
know.
I apologize. If I may, just real fast here. We have just a couple housekeeping items before we jump into everything, because our chat is exploding with questions. So first of all, Robin, thank you so much for being here.
Yes.
You are free to go. I know you've got people waiting for you. As a matter of fact, we had someone say, I became a VIP just to talk to Robin.
That
that's
VIP
so
room is
kind.
fun. You're going to have fun in there.
So go have fun. Thank you so much again. We're looking forward
Thank
to.
you. Thanks, AJ. Good seeing you.
fall.
Bye, Chris. Bye, John.
See you later.
Good to
Robin.
see you.
Good to see you too.
All right. So we have, ever since you showed up, we are getting so many people saying they really, really want one of those cutouts behind you, which is some great news for everybody in the chat, because if you can believe it, we are giving away, the giveaway for this hour are 3 signed cutouts of AJ Cook. So if you want to win one, here's how you do it. All right.
And they're life-size AJs.
Life-size AJ.
Pretty much.
Are they?
They're
No.
pretty life-size.
And they're,
yeah,
that's pretty good.
That's like you can actually have AJ in your house.
Yeah, it's like I'm there.
That is awesome.
Yeah, just like
So here's what you got to do, because we have almost doubled our viewer count. So I'm going to explain the giveaways really fast. Here's how you get involved. Type in the chat, !donate, okay? !donate. That will bring up the donation link. You are going to receive 1 ILF buck for every $1 that you donate. All right? So for every $1 you donate, you're going to get 1 ILF buck, and then all you got to do is type in !GA for giveaway, space, and how many tickets you want to enter. So let's say you donate $15. You're going to have 15 bucks. If you want to use all of them for this giveaway, it's !GA space 15. The instructions are right beneath me to reference. And that giveaway is going to be starting right now. So go donate, get your tickets in, and this will be a lot of fun. So I'm going to give you guys, let you talk for a little while. I'll be back on in probably about 20 minutes to give you some questions.
Okay.
And I would like to say, we're able to get, like, obviously the names of the people that win, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it will be like a personalized, like I will write your name on there and send you a little message.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. We're not just taking AJ's hand and stamping it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to talk about Walter Sky, because some people who win some of these swag bags are going to see these hats, and tell us about this company.
So this is, I'm biased because this is my husband's company, and it's been doing incredibly well. So these hats are this is the most comfortable hat I've ever worn. It's the type of hat you can wear all day and forget it's even on your head. And the other great thing about it is that it's like packable. You can crush it and you can shove it. It's really great for like backpacking or traveling. So his whole line is based on the staples in life and the type of clothes that will take you anywhere you need to go. If you want to like scale that rock face, great. You can do it in his clothes. If you want to take your kid to school, great. They work for that too. They're just kind of these really great, simple, understated, high quality clothing that will last the test of time. So, and he is, he's my hubby. We have kids together. He truly believes in what ILF does, and we're huge cheerleaders for this foundation. So he wanted to be a part, however he could, and this was his way of doing that. So there's different colors. There's black. There's this lovely color. There's olive. There's a couple colors. So I don't know. You get what you get, I guess.
Yeah.
But, they're all great.
3 years ago, when you guys came out to DEF CON, if anyone can believe that, AJ and Nathan were out at DEF CON. That was nuts. He was just forming that idea, right? I mean, he was just starting the company. So now we jumped forward 3 years, and he has a whole clothing line, and I saw his website and all of that. That went pretty fast to go from just the idea stage.
I'm really, really proud of him. He's a bit of a perfectionist. So
No, really? I didn't get that when he
yeah.
learned to pick a lock in 14 minutes.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very talented.
Yeah.
You know, the important skills in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's got like a really great following, like really fantastic athletes and musicians, and these people really love his stuff and wear it, you know, every day of their lives because that's what they choose to wear.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to get to see that, and I'm proud of him. So
that is cool.
yeah, excited to hand out a couple of these hats.
So you have a ton of questions. Okay. So
Okay.
let's, I mean, there are just so many people want to know. Okay, here's one. I'll just read it. Do you and Paget talk often?
We always have some type of a text chain going. It's we have a whole text chain with everybody. Yeah, I mean, I obviously don't get to talk to people as much as I would like. But man, I miss everyone so much. And hopefully with COVID and all of that, hopefully we're just all dying to be in the same room together again. Yeah. We've been trying to plan this like beach party with all of us since we wrapped, and we still haven't done it yet, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, that has to be weird, right? I mean, you guys worked together for 15, 16 years, some of you 10 plus years together, and all of a sudden just, wow, now we don't see each other anymore.
Yeah, you know, that's sort of how it is with this really strange life I live. You're a bit of a gypsy as an actor. Yeah. You're in it 110% with a certain group of people, and then you're done, and you keep in touch with people. And that's the beautiful thing about it, is that when you do get to see them, it's like you never even left. I mean, this cast is a totally different feel. I mean, I grew up on this show. We all did. So I love all of these people so much, and it's tough. It's tough not getting to see them every day. But yeah, we try to keep in touch as much as we can. Some are better at it than others. I'm on the not so good side of it because I've got like 2 boys and sports and craziness. But Kirsten and Aisha, Adam's really good at staying in touch. Yeah, Paget is too. You know, we all just kind of just drop a line every once in a while to see how everyone's doing. But that's man, cool. I miss them. Really miss them.
What do you say is your favorite Criminal Minds episode?
Oof.
Is that even possible? Yeah, I mean, is that even possible when you've been on a show for that many years? Can you have just one?
I know. Honestly, that's a tricky question, and it's a question I get a lot. And here I am. I still don't have an answer.
Yeah.
I really like. I tend to gravitate toward the more personal storylines, just because, you know, I'm in it. We're living these characters, so it's always great to see one of our characters go through something and to come out the other side better for it. Yeah, so I really love that. And for me, obviously, I love the episodes that my kids are in. Just I'm biased, but I also really loved how I got the amazing opportunity to direct one of the episodes, and I'm really happy with how that all turned out, and just the trajectory that introducing that character, that the bad guy who was played by Michael Mosley. It was such an honor to get to reveal this character to the world, and then to see the chameleon sort of, you know, go on this crazy journey with our hero, Mr. Joe Mantegna. So
and he was on, the chameleon was on, like, he stretched many episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he was so great. Michael is such a great actor, so we were really lucky to get him. When he said no twice, I kept asking.
Oh, really? Did he say no twice? Wow.
His agents did.
So you convinced them. That's good. I was going to ask you about you having your kids on the show. What you said that was some of your favorite episodes, but how weird was that to be acting? You're playing a whole new person, but then you have these kids that are actually your kids on the show.
Yeah, it was really weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's and I go back and forth on it almost daily about whether or not that was the right choice or not. But whatever, what's done is done. And you know, it was great because they got to come hang out with mom at work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an odd thing. And I definitely think it shows on screen, like our relationship comes through, and you feel that on screen that they actually are my children.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's usually some of my most stressful days, the days when they're working, because I'm like, and not only do I have to like remember my stuff, but I'm like, okay, they're them, and is everything okay? It's like, are you being nice to everyone? Have you thank you? Like, someone like, please stop giving them cookies.
Right.
I don't. They can't have any more sugar. So yeah, they love coming to set. It's their fave.
If you're trying to be a mom and an FBI agent, and you're flipping the roles, but you're also a real mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a bizarre thing.
Yeah.
And really unique. So I'm again, it's that thing where, you know, the given day or moment that I happen to be in, it's like, yeah, it was a great thing, or I wish I didn't do it. So
how do they feel about it? How do your sons feel about being on the show?
Well, my youngest, I mean, he was up here with me while I was like getting all of this set up, and he was looking at these. He thought Kirsten was my sister. I'm like, that's not my sister. I was like, you've met her, you've hung out with her, like, Kirsten. And he was so young, I had to sort of remind him. So I think when I'm done with this, he wants me to show him like his scenes, because he really doesn't remember any of it. Whereas my oldest, Makai, I mean, he was on it a lot longer. And he really became like a kind of cool part in the show. So he gets it. He gets it a little more, that like, oh, like people watch the show and people kind of know that I was on the show. So yeah, it's very different for the both of them. But yeah, it's a cool thing. It's something I'll have forever. Like I will have those episodes forever. So. Yeah,
and when they get older, you'll be able to sit them down and say, "Look, you were on this TV show." Like that's kind of a not many parents can say that to their kids. You know, that's kind of a neat experience.
Very unique.
Wow, there's just so many people asking questions. You have a lot of fans, I tell you, from your earlier work, not just Criminal Minds, but your movies, your original movies, and other things. What made you interested in auditioning for JJ?
Well, you know, I was new to LA, and it took a long time for me to actually make that leap to LA, because it just seemed so scary for me. I mean, I'm from Canada, like the suburbs of Toronto. I'm not like, every time I had been to LA in the past, it seemed so much bigger than me, and it scared me a little bit. So when I finally had to make that leap, I was at a place in my career where it seemed right, and I couldn't keep going back and forth type of a deal. So yeah, when I finally made the leap here, this came up, and it seems like a really cool experience, because it shot in LA. Like by then I was already married, had no kids yet. But yeah, it just seemed like a cool opportunity to lay down some roots and to really dig in here in this lovely LA land. So yeah, I went for it, and you know, the rest is history.
Yeah,
so,
and that's
who would have
interesting.
thought 15 years later? It's,
I mean, I mean, you actually enter that. Do you think like, hey, I'm going to be doing this for the next decade and a half?
No, like that's the last thing you're thinking about with any show. With any show you do, you're like, this is going to get canceled. This isn't going to last.
15 years later, I mean, they had to actually work kids into your character because you got pregnant in real life.
I know.
Like
15 years, 2 kids later.
I mean, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
John, I see your hand. Do you have announcements or questions?
Yeah, just a quick announcement. I just want to let everybody know that. So first of all, thank you so much for all the donations. We're up over $400 ever since AJ came on. So you know, it's a shame that your character name and your real name are so close. It's so easy. But because of all the generosity, our system has taken a little longer than it has been to hand out points. So just continue to be patient. The giveaway is still running for another 35 minutes. You will get your ILF bucks. You will have an opportunity to enter. just be patient. We're getting through them, but there's been a lot of support, which is exactly what we want. We're just asking for a little patience. So thank you all. And that was all I wanted to say. So please continue.
So someone's asking if you have a favorite on-set prank or funny moment. That's an interesting question.
Well, it's funny. Before Mr. Shamar Moore left the show, it seemed like a lot of the pranks were directed at him.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Look, he was always good about it. You knew that he would get a laugh out of it. Usually, this guy here was involved, and Shamar. So there were some really great pranks where people would dress up as like a Yeti as we were like filming out in the wilderness somewhere, and one of the guys dressed up in this, like, I don't know if it was like a polar bear or like a Yeti thing, and came running out and scared the poop out of Shamar. Oh my God.
He seems like like nothing would scare him. And then
we all get scared of things, you know.
That's great.
It's what we pretend to be.
Yeah.
Oh, but one of my favorite ones with him was, I guess he was kind of messing around with his facial hair a bit, and it looked slightly different. And he was like kind of worried about it when he came in one day, and they just shade that stuff in. Like, it's something that could be fixed so easily, but they decided to make a big deal of it. And they told him that they had to like CGI it on. So they put all this green tape, and they gave him like a green goatee. And here he is. It was a scene. It was a really serious scene with Kirsten. He's there like with this stupid green thing. There's outtakes of it. And if you have not seen it, you should go see it.
I haven't. I have to see that. That is hilarious.
Oh my gosh. And it'll just make you laugh even more when you go see it, because he's such a professional. Like, he's got this stupid green tape on his face, but man, he's given him one hell of a performance.
And did Kirsten know that was a prank?
Oh yeah. Oh, we were all.
How did she keep it together?
She's a professional.
Oh my gosh.
Professional. I mean,
I would have lost it. That would have been seeing some guy come out like, why would he not think about, you could just shave that, right?
Oh my God.
Tape.
No, I know. It was good. That one definitely, I think, for me, takes the cake.
That's a great one. That is a great one.
Yeah. So thank God for Shamar.
that is awesome. Did you film your episodes in a studio, or were you out in open public?
Both. So all of our main sets, like the BAU, the jets, our houses, like our apartments or houses, those, any of the PD stuff where our local PD, all of that stuff was for the most part built on our soundstage. And then everything else was out around LA. I mean, I've seen neighborhoods in LA that I never even knew existed because we had to double it for all of the United States. So there's a lot of really beautiful neighborhoods around here. So
wow.
Yeah, it was we were about half in, half out.
That's interesting. So you had to pick a neighborhood, or they picked a neighborhood in LA that would look like Philadelphia or something, and then say you're in Philly. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That is really cool.
Takes a village to make this show, man. All the people that would have to go scout out all of these locations each week.
Never thought about that.
Amazing. Yeah. Takes a village.
Yeah, never thought about that whole thing. Let's see. When you left, did you take anything from the set or any of the projects that you worked on to keep for yourself?
I usually try to take something just because I think most people do.
Yeah, memento, right?
Yeah. I think the big thing, well, not that it's a big thing. I always loved JJ's business cards. So I have a bunch of her business cards, which
that's cool.
Which I think is kind of cool. With a fake number on it and a fake email address. So yeah, I have those. Gosh, I feel now that I've had time to step back and breathe from all of it, I wish I took more. I wish I took I think I took her nameplate, although I have no idea where it is. I don't know. And then as far as wardrobe, I took one of my my favorite blazers that JJ would wear. I had permission to take all of these things.
Yeah,
by the way.
I'm assuming that you didn't steal these.
I didn't steal it. We all really wanted to take our like our flak jackets, like the FBI jackets that we would have to wear when we would like roll upon a situation. But we weren't allowed to take those because
they probably were pretty
like
legit.
the real ones. Yeah, they were the real ones. So
yeah, I get that actually.
I know. I mean, I would never wear it out in public. It was more of like, just a memento. But yeah, that got the kibosh.
Yeah, I could see how the FBI might do that. We should ask Robin why. We should see if he can get you one for real.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. I already know why, because anyone could impersonate
an FBI agent.
Do
you have any tips for aspiring actors or actresses?
Oh gosh, here's what I would say. A lot of people, I mean, and this works for some people, but I would be way too afraid to do this myself. But a lot of people just decide they want to be an actor and like pick up from where they're from and come to LA to try and do that. My advice is get involved locally, like try to get into commercials or local TV shows in your area so you have something on your resume, like so you can build up your resume before coming to LA, because LA is tough. It's a tough town. And if you have something to show for when you come here, it makes it a little easier. But just, it's like with anything, if you're a professional athlete, if you're a businessman, anything, it's like the more you can do it, the more comfortable you're going to get. So as an actor, if there's theater, if you're in high school, get involved and get involved wherever you can. And the more you do it, it's like a muscle. You just have to keep working it. And let me say, my muscles are flabby right now. I feel like I haven't acted in forever, so I'm kind of sweating. Like, oh gosh, what's next? Am I ever gonna work again? Yeah. You got to keep flexing those muscles because
that's good advice.
Though. How you get better.
That's nice advice, guys. I mean, I think it is easy to in any industry maybe to look at, well, this is where that industry is hottest, so I need to go there. And if I'm in the mix, then maybe I can somehow sneak in the door. But I like that advice about getting some experience where you're at. That is interesting.
Yeah, it definitely won't hurt.
That's kind of cool. There's a lot of people saying very nice things about you and how much they love you and your family and the things you've done and all that stuff. So
thank you. Sweet.
What was your favorite part about working with your kids?
My favorite part was, well, it was sort of a double-edged sword because I loved it because I got to hang with them on set. They got to see what mommy does every day. And so that was cool. I just got to spend time with them in that environment, which was really special. But at the same time, I remember I forget what episode it was, but it was Mackay. It was only Mackay, so this was before Phoenix, and it was one of the many episodes we've done in Rossi's backyard. So it was either a wedding, a funeral, or some type of celebration. And Mackay was a little bit older, so gosh, I wish I knew what it was exactly. But anyway, he was there, and he didn't want me around. Like, he was like, "Yo, mom, step off." Like, I don't need you.
Yeah, I don't need a mom here. Right.
So like, it was really strange for me because I had to give him his space. And that was really cool to see, sort of like from an outsider looking in, even though I'm his mom. But like, he didn't want to be in my trailer with me. He wanted to hang with the other child actors that were there and like hang with so for a kid, you have to have like a teacher, you have like a tutor there, and they sort of like watch over you. And And he just wanted to do that. And I'm like, like, do you want to come eat with me?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, but he was just doing his own thing. And so it was cute to see, but there was a part of me that was like,
Yeah.
hey. You know,
It's hard
like
to see them grow up, right?
Yeah. I mean, all
Yeah.
he cared about was about, like, he just wanted to hang with these two.
Right.
Like, he loves Matthew, and Kirsten's just impossible. Like, she's just this unicorn of a person
Right.
where, you know, the kids are just so drawn to her. It was weird because I'd be like watching my kid hang with like all the other actors, and I wasn't allowed. I was like,
Yeah, you go sit over there, Mom.
yeah. So that was weird. That was an interesting glimpse into my future,
Yeah.
with having an aging child. So
That's hilarious. Is Kirsten as eclectic and just amazing and funny and quirky as her character is?
They both are. They're both. I just always describe her as a unicorn. Like, that's just who she is to me. She's like this magnificent, magical unicorn, and they're both very different in how they dress and like what their core vibe is, but they both have this light that exudes them. And yeah, so they're both they're just magical. That's all I can say. Like, I don't know, there's just like an energy there with
That's cool.
with the both of them. So yeah.
So you've been working with ILF now for about 3 years. Just going
Wow.
on. Yeah, can you believe that?
No, I can't.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. It was 3 years ago in August that you were with us out at Black Hat. And I know, I'm kind of like, wow. I'm like, really? That's nuts. Like, you've been really supporting us for quite a while.
Flown by. That's really flown by.
It has. Because I mean, you think about like COVID kicked in.
Yep.
Oh my, like a year and a half ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was that's kind of been nuts. And in that time, we did that amazing Omaze that you and Aisha did. That was just truly phenomenal. Those people are still huge fans and supporters and love everything about it. And
they were
now
great.
we got this auction idea coming up, and that's going to be pretty amazing. So what's next on the horizon for you, though, personally?
That's a great question, Christopher. You know what? Like, so being on the show for 15 years, like that's like I said, I grew up on the show. I was really young when I started. I looked like I was 12 when I started. It's ridiculous when I look back. And then I had 2 children while I was on the show, and my life has just been like go, constant like juggling. And for the first time ever, I've been able to just be a mom, if that makes sense. Like I've always been a mom plus this or plus that or plus 5 things, you know? And and I will say being a mom is the most exhausting job on planet Earth, but it is the most fulfilling job too. So, I mean, I'm just trying to be in this moment as best I can and give my kids this, because I've never been able to give them that before. But yeah, it's crazy to think about what is next. I don't know what's next. And, you know, I look forward to whatever is next, whether it be acting or directing or neither. I don't know. That's just it. More work with you guys. I don't know. All I know is that I am living this life happily right now, and just trying to be present. And, you know, I do really miss acting. I do really miss, you know, that creative outlet for me. It's a big part of who I am. And I think that was a really important thing for me to realize as well. Because when you're on a show for that long, it took a minute for me to step away from the show and decompress and really separate myself from everything. Because that was the only life I knew for so long. And then COVID happened too. So it was sort of this forced break, which I'm so grateful for, because I really needed to just put on the brake 110% and just shift my focus again.
That is interesting, right? Because the show ended before COVID, and then COVID happened shortly after.
Yeah. Well, so how the show ended for me, a part of me feels like I didn't properly say goodbye to the show, just because in my own personal life, we had, like, right as the show was ending, we found out my husband's health. We found out he had cancer. So I went head first into that and was so not even thinking about the show. And thank God that all worked out okay. He's great. And then COVID happened. So it's just been this like snowball effect of like, what is happening? I don't even know who I am right now. Which way's up, which way's down? I don't know. So I feel like I'm now just settling into, this is me, this is who I am. And it's been a long time coming. So, and maybe that just comes with age and maturity, figuring out who you are. I'm just really grateful for all of the opportunities I've had in my life so far. And I don't want to take any of them for granted. And I also don't want to, some opportunities you're not necessarily ready for. And I think that's a big lesson in life, is acknowledging that and, just kind of doing what you feel is right at any given moment. So that's what I've been up to. It's been great. But for all the people that are freaking out, thinking out, I'm never going to act again, don't worry, I am. There's actually some really exciting things in the works. Sorry, I know that's really mean to say almost, because I can't really give more information on it.
At least you gave hope. See, hope is better
there's
than
lots of hope.
Right?
There's
I mean,
lots of hope.
so if you just say, hey, I have no clue when I'm going to do this again, or if, there's no hope of saying there are things in the works that at least.
There's a lot of things. And there's been a lot of opportunities that had come up as well, but they weren't right for me at that time. So, I'm really focusing on this thing called being a mom. So yeah, it's been
watching what my wife does. It is the hardest job on the planet.
It's exhausting. I feel like I've aged 10 years.
Well, no, you still look like the stand-up. Exactly. So,
Yeah. I miss her badassedness. I know that's not a real word, but
we can make it a word.
Yeah, she was. I definitely strive to be cool like her. I don't know. She has that mama bear thing, which I love.
I think you're cooler than her personally, but I mean. So is LA opening up again? Are things starting to look up, like things are starting to get back to some form of normal, or?
Yeah. I mean, they have let up on some of the mask things, but now there's this Delta variant that is sort of, I don't know. I just keep hopeful with all of it, and we'll see. I mean, it does feel like things are starting to get a little more normal each and every day. So that's all I can focus on is,
I know for a while they didn't
normal
know
again someday.
Yeah, and it's just, even if they can just figure out a way to get people back to work, like actors and things back to work. I mean, that's part of the thing that I think we all were curious about, which is.
And that is happening. That is happening. I mean, a lot of it has to do with testing and retesting is a big part of people getting back to work right now. But yeah, it's happening. It is happening. Things are starting to open up. So
that's great. That is just great to hear. John,
yes, sir.
When people are asking, when do you announce the winners for these amazing life-size JJs?
For the cutouts, we are only 8 minutes away. 8 minutes.
Okay,
we'll be announcing the winner.
I see people very curious, and I don't know if everyone really got the sense of this when AJ said it, but that the signatures on these items will be personalized to you. So that means if you win one of these, she gets your name and she's going to write a little note to you personally on the back of that. So That even makes it more special, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's
A lot more
amazing. So, 8 minutes, we're gonna announce it. So this is everyone's 8-minute warning. So you have 8 minutes left to get in at 5:50 Eastern sharp. We're gonna be cutting off that giveaway and announcing the 3 winners. So get your tickets in if you want to use them.
And
Sweet.
also, get any other questions. Okay, how about this one? This is a fun one. Here, we can do this one. It's fun. Some of them are weird, but we'll do this. What is your favorite food to cook, and what is your favorite food to eat?
Oh, okay. So one of our favorite things to do is we like to do these rice bowls. Mainly, it's like this, I kind of call it like the kitchen sink rice bowl. It's like, oh, what's in our pantry, what's in our fridge? And that's what will kind of go in these rice bowls. There's always rice. We do like a jasmine rice, and then sort of whatever vegetables we happen to have, I'll grill up a bunch of vegetables, and then whatever protein I happen to have in the house, like chicken or beef or ground beef or whatever, fish. Yeah, and I just toss it all in a bowl. And that's what we eat. Yeah.
See what I love about you? It's just a normal thing. I think everyone was expecting something, whatever, but that is just a normal, like something we would do, every other household would do. Just
I'm not fancy.
That's it.
People.
Throw some rice in a bowl with some meat. That's dinner.
Yeah, yeah. And we do like making a lot of we do like Taco Tuesday. We do a lot of like quesadillas, tacos. I don't know. I have 2 boys, and they're like really picky eaters.
Oh, are they really?
Yes, unfortunately. So I have to like hide. I gotta hide the healthy stuff a lot of the time. So there's a lot of like fine slicing going on, and blending.
So your knife skills are really good then.
I wouldn't say that either.
Okay.
I've got some cuts to prove it, but the blender is helpful.
The blender is very helpful.
Yeah. No, I am not a great cook. I'm learning. I'm a great baker. I feel like you're either one or the other. Like I love baking because I'm like a bit of a nerd. I'm like, I will follow the directions to the T. So I think that's what makes me a really good baker. With cooking, it's like, it's the type of person that knows like, oh, a dash of that or a pinch of that. I'm like, what's a dash? What's a pinch? Like I need to know the quantity. I need to know exactly what I'm doing. Otherwise I panic and I'll add too much or not enough. So this is another part of being just home now is I'm trying to get better with cooking, and I'm learning to what goes together. Like I just don't know what goes together. And also like sorry mom and dad, but I grew up in a house where I didn't know food had flavor until I moved out. Now I understand why my dad was always asking for the salt. Like he would just be like, that's too much salt, dear. So yeah, I'm learning here.
That's great.
As I go. But
that is great.
I do love baking. Do a lot of good baked goods, but the problem with doing too many baked goods is that you eat them.
Yeah, you eat them. That doesn't help in the staying healthy part, especially if you're good at baking. Yeah, that's always a problem.
Yeah. But that's why I like holidays, because that's when I'll really get down to the nitty gritty with the baking. So it's always fun.
So what's your favorite thing to eat then? So if you don't like cooking so much, or you don't do it a lot, what's your favorite thing?
I love I'm like severely anemic. So like for my blood type, I crave red meat. I don't eat it all the time, but for my body and my anemia, well, I'm really revealing a lot about myself, aren't I? I love a good like short rib.
Oh yeah.
Braised short rib, or
That's
like any type of meat that just kind of like falls off the bone, or like just shreds. You don't need a knife to cut it. It just like falls apart, which that is something I'm working on. Anyone have the Instapot? Like the
No, but I heard about it. Is it good?
Yes. See, this is a game changer for me. I now do a lot of meals in the Instapot, like
and it really works.
Yeah, because it doesn't dry it out. It shoves the moisture in.
I've heard
So,
about this. So I haven't
yeah.
tried it, but I've heard about this.
Yeah. I mean, ask Nate. Every meat I cook, it's like overdone. So
thing.
yeah, this helps me in that area. So
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, well, I'm
Mhm.
with you there. A nice braised short rib. Oof, that's great.
right,
Yeah.
barbacoa. Ooh,
Oh,
barbacoa.
dear.
Mm,
Yeah. Then
so
you
good.
shred that and make your Taco Tuesday out of that. There you
Yes.
go. That is
Yep.
the way to go.
This is how we get fancy at our house.
Yeah, but I like that. See, people, that's what
Yeah.
we should be putting on the sandwich of suffering. Is some of that, not this.
Oh, nice,
not all
nice try, Chris. Nice try.
I was trying, AJ. Did you
I
see
feel
what they're
for you.
making me do?
You're good for. Oh, they filled me in joyously in the VIP room.
It is
I
so
mean,
bad.
someone like took the donations over the top to 50, so you would have to like add that final jelly thing.
I mean,
Gefilte
Or, like
fish.
jellyfish or something.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, look at it.
Oh,
You
that
can't
was
even.
terrifying.
Oh yeah, I haven't even opened it. I don't want to smell it. It looks.
Oh, so you
not-
have like all of the ingredients in front of you?
They've mailed everything to my house. They shipped it to my house in
then-
anticipation.
So people get to watch you
I have to make
Eat-
the sandwich and then
eat
this.
this.
at
Wait, you got to
7.
eat all of it, or you just got to have a
No,
bite?
I gotta have 2 bites.
Oh, okay. So at least it's just 2 bites.
But-
Anything more
but-
than that would be
But it's
upsetting.
cheese whiz and earthworm jerky and
That's a thing?
yes, and silkworm eggs and this fish and herring and Louisiana hot sauce,
Wait, and
covered-
then I think there's like cotton candy for good
cotton
measure.
candy, and cheese whiz
Oof. Ooh.
on the bread of pineapple pizza.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
How fun. All for a
fun.
great cause.
You know what fun, AJ, would be if you want to come on over and we could share we could share some bites of this together.
But you know what? You never know. Those ingredients might somehow come together to make the most delicious thing you've ever had in your life.
Thanks, AJ.
I'm an optimist.
I'm gonna hold on to
Sorry.
that hope for another hour and 11 minutes, and then I'm gonna weep while I have to put that in my face.
Just
But-
2 bites. 2 bites. We raised a lot of money today. This is good.
yes,
This is a
I
good
can't
thing.
believe this. Have you seen this? We're almost at $51,000. That's
Yay.
just ridiculous. I can't
Yay.
even.
So good.
All right, everybody. So
Yeah.
I have to interrupt. I have to.
Okay.
We keep talking forever and ever because it is very obvious, AJ. Your fans love you. They
Yeah.
really do.
Oh.
And since you came on,
It's
we've
just my
raised almost.
mom over and over again. She has like all these different usernames.
Oh, AJ's mom. I see it now.
Since you came on, we've raised
Although-
almost $1,000. So thank you guys so
Yay!
much. That is
Oh,
awesome.
Thank you guys.
And
Thank
we
you so
are
much.
we have to stop it at some point. We have to cut off the giveaway. So the giveaway is officially closed to new entries. So thank you
Woo!
everybody for entering. It is time to pull the names. All right.
Yay.
So let's see
Woo!
who's the first winner of a JJ cutout. I'm gonna butcher this. X Favada X. Congratulations, you won. So please put something in chat. Speak up so we can find you easily. All right, number 2.
And
Who we got?
and make sure you put your name, like your actual name, so I can sign
Yeah.
it to
There-
your actual
Yeah,
name.
the
Or whatever
mods-
you want me to sign it to.
The mods will reach out to you. So just
Yeah, 'cause
DM.
we're gonna
just-
need your address and name and all of that
Oh,
stuff. Yeah.
right. Okay.
So the mods will reach out. Please, please, please do not put your address and full name in the chat.
Oh,
The
yeah,
mods
please
will
don't
reach
do
out
that.
to you, but we'll take care of that. So thank you. Congratulations to our first winner. Our second winner, Bryn Holcomb. You've won. Congratulations. Bryn Holcomb is here. I
Yay.
see him in chat. Awesome. Congratulations. And finally, for our third winner, that is Beweeze12. Congratulations.
What?
So, congratulations to the
Nice.
3 of you. We'll be
Yay.
reaching out to you, and we'll make sure everything is taken care of. That is awesome.
That is
So,
awesome.
thank
Super
you all.
excited to come over to your houses.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hang.
That's gonna be great. That is really cool. What a and by the way, this was AJ's idea for these. We were trying to come up with something to give away during her session, and she texted me and said, "Hey, take a look at these awesome things," and great idea. So thank you so
Yeah.
much. Because this was obviously a big hit. People are very excited about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, this is really awesome. This has been as always with you, a really great chat. And I think what people are saying and what they love about you is just how down to earth and normal you are.
Normal.
And so
Normal,
we have
yeah.
we have about 3 minutes left. So I want to get one more question in here because this is ILFest, and so a few people ask this: how is it that you came to be involved with, and why are you passionate about the mission of the Innocent Lives Foundation?
Well, I actually was introduced to you guys to ILF through my castmate Aisha. She's good friends with Neil, and they were looking for a female in particular to kind of help join their cause and to help get their word out. So I mean, Chris, do you remember like talking me off the ledge? Like you guys like got in my heart, and it's, you know, it's a lot. Like what you guys do, it's a lot. It's very serious subject matter, and we're talking about kids here, and so obviously my heart couldn't say no, even though I wanted to, because it's so heavy. It's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, those heartstrings just kind of got attached, and here we are 3 years later. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do a lot more good here coming up in the future, and be able to put some of these predators away. So
we just closed our 301st case.
Wow.
Yeah, 300. And can you believe that? Like when you started with us, I think we were excited because we had 20 or something.
Yeah, I want to say it was like 14 or something.
Yeah, now we're at 301.
Good for you, Christopher. This is all you. You did this, and obviously everyone else on the board. But this is your baby. This is your idea. So
just having the support from people like you and everything, it's just amazing. And
well, let's get some more support going. So
well, AJ, thank you very, very much for being here. And for all of the fans of AJ that are here, remember there's going to be an awesome auction. You can win some very, very cool Criminal Minds memorabilia along with some other things, as well as some real FBIB AU paraphernalia. So thank you very much for being here, AJ, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you everyone for stopping by.
And just so you want to know, AJ, before they bring you over to VIP, yes, there is such a thing as Earthworm Jerky.
Cool. Have fun with that, Chris.
Yeah, that just got delivered to my house with edible insects.
Good time.
Yeah.
I'll pray for you.
Thank you. I'm gonna need it. Thank you very much. Would you like to see what Earthworm Jerky looks like?
Nope, I'm good.
No, you don't want to witness it. You don't want to.
I'm imagining what it looks like.
You're imagining. Well, imagine no more, young lady.
Oh yay.
That is Earthworm Jerky.
Okay.
Flattened earthworms.
Yeah, just jerky. It's just think of it as like turkey.
Jerky. I'm gonna think of it and just hopefully keep it down.
There you go. You will. You got this.
Yeah.
For the kids.
Yeah, for the kids. I'm doing it for the kids.
Doing it for the kids.
Thanks so much, AJ. Seriously, for everything, for being here today and making the time and all your support. Really appreciate it.
Right back at you. Thank you, Chris.
We'll be chatting soon.
All right.
Have fun in VIP, everyone who's hanging out with AJ.
All right, guys. So Chris, you know what time it is.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know. I think they suck you over there. I think that's what happened.
Good.
Like somebody transports you like Star Trek or something.
Okay, great.
Out and just